I come back again. So today just I'm working with low hash rate and whatever. So he gave me the paper rate anything. So this hashboard actually yesterday was, I know the problem is 63 here, but two times I reflow this one, so that's why I mark here. So this chip is exactly, this is the bad chip. So all if I'm looking in the machine, so machine also is semi chip number 63, so it's not working. But I know this one is chip number 63, but last night because I work all hashboard is a green, just only this one is not green. So at that time what I'm doing, just I'm changing this one chip number 63. But if the hashboard is very cold, so if you go to test the test point, so you cannot see the return bag is not here. So first of all we go one time, we check to we know what is going on. But I show you. So just we need to go with this one, but the hashboard is actually is very cold. So right now if you see after 64 60 that one, you cannot see any signal. So just we need to start this one. We try here. So it's two cases. So first I'm checking with this one, after then I know 1 meter more. So how can you dynastic this one? So for me, before I know is chip number 63. But what I'm doing, just you look, be careful. So first of all, if I'm starting my test, if I'm go here, no return signal, just I'm stopping my test, I'm doing something else. But you know how can you do it? So start the test. So
Okay, let's go.
just we check this one. So 1.8 we have here. 1.8 we have here. So it's still the board is 0. So here if I'm go, just a second. Okay, here we don't have the 1.8. So right now what I'm doing, look, I'm stop the test everything because the dashboard is cold. Take your head gun, just hit here. So little bit the dashboard is go hot, after then he gave you all chip green. But chip number, because me I have the doubt and chip number 3. So if I'm going to make mistake, so the machine is not mistake. So the machine is exactly same. Chip number 63 is stopping here and is a 0. So let's go, we try again. So dashboard is hot right now. Let's start this on this one. You see, it's a comeback. Because why? We know exactly chip, and after then he go back 0, but still is go 62. So whatever he gave me right now, so I know is this one. So what I'm doing, so just because I gave it hit a lot, just I'm changing chip number 63. Because last night already I worked with this hashboard, so this hashboard. So honey hashboard I'm fixing, so I'm sending in the machine. If it's come back, we know exactly what we did it, what is the problem. So uh, just I'm doing. Thank you, man. So what is going on, 0? Okay, perfect. Before his work, what? Before. Okay, perfect. Thank you, man. Merci beaucoup. So this one, just we need to change chip number 63. Because last night I remember this one too is a code if I test the test point for return back, so you don't have the any value. We go to change this one. So just a second, we wait some minutes. But sometime your tester gave you green, everything is temp sensor is working, everything is working. So you send in the machine, machine say is a 0. Actually, he have the some problem why the machine says zero. So you need to verify because some hashboard I see. So there's the return back is not stable, but in the tester is there's working. So in the machine, because it's coming too much hot, so the weak chip, what he doing is leaving is a job, so it's not working. And just I add this one, so we put aside to code, and after then we test, and directly we put back all everything for this one. So this one I know you have the only 63 the problem, so this is I think is the result. So this one we put here to code. So this hashboard actually will live here because after then we work again, but first of all because we have some number, that's why we work with this one. So is not, yes, is this one. So before I work with this one, so the frequency, what the before we receive the frequency is low, but it show me money chip is good, but actually, so right now I put a frequency 900 something, 990, so it gave me this one. So before if I'm looking for this one, so is put it to 500 the frequency, so it gave you here red something, and here 400 this one. After then is go 250 the frequency, you see a lot of red. So what I'm doing, so I'm put 590, so the first domain gave me 0, and this domain, the 3 domain and the last, he gave me 0 a lot. So what I'm thinking about this one, so this one, first of all, if we think, so the return back is not possible is good. So another way, this side, so because this side, if you see the last 3 domain is not good, is all red. So suppose the 3 signal here, we have some problem from chip number 1 is coming, the 3 signal from chip number 65. So this is some problem because the all hashboard is red. So and this is not a normal. So what I'm doing, so again I'm testing this one, but the dashboard is still is green. So we try this one, but I'm sure. So if sometime if you dynasticking like something this dashboard the hair or one, so you don't need to use any fan anything to warm up the dashboard quickly, but don't think about the ham everything, because you need 2 volt power from chip number 65 to chip number 1, because in the backside you have the you already you put it 21 volts. So if the M is go up whatever, so don't think it about this one. So you start the dynastic, the return back. So for example, you check the return back is good here, here. So if you come here, the return back is go 0, and if you go backside after, then you see the return back is stable. No, it show you 1.7, and here you come back is a 0. So 0 is show you 0. This chip exactly show you 0. So suppose the 3 signal is not passing here to green this here. So the between the two you need to check. But sometimes is depend for any chip. So sometimes it send you 3 signals, just only it cannot pass one signal 1.8, we has 1.7. So after then again is same thing, you get same thing. But for me, one of this chip, one and all of this dashboard, one chip is not working very well. So it stopped the 4 signals. So for example, this side is go to 1.8 and the other side is coming 3 signal, so is stopping the 3 signal, so all hashboard is go to red. So right now what I'm doing, so I'm doing with this hashboard, we need to bring back, but for me is not chip number 1, is not chip number 65, something else here, but in this dashboard, because sometimes we see, okay, F is a two domain, here is a red, so suppose is a chip number 1 something. If this side is red, the side of the 65, so is supposed to chip number 1. If this side is something is red, so is supposed to chip number 65, but this is all dashboard is red. So is there something else you have the problem between and these chips? So let's go, we check this one first to what we get. But I'm sure is one chip, he make that cost, is stopping whole signal, so whatever he give you red. So 65 he gave you all way, and temp sensor everything is working, but just only we need to wait for this one to warm up a little bit, so after then we start to our dynastic. So one of chip, and then 65 chip, one chip is bad, I know. You make all this cost, but we need to find this one, but I'm sure we can find. So it gave you temp sensor, everything is working very well, is nice. So we start the test point. First of all, I'm going to the 1.8 for return back. So we see the return back is where is moving something. So this number is moving, two numbers is not bad. Is a nice, is good. So just wait for three number. So here, not moving. Because sometimes if you go to test, just you touching here, you say, oh, 1.7 is here, so you passing this one, you escape, you go to for another one. For this like this dashboard, whatever you gave it, you need to max some minutes for one chip, so you stay here to see the is a moving, but if you go quickly you can see nothing, so you escape the bad chip and you cannot find nothing, so you cannot dynastic very well, so just you need to wait for some minutes. So this one is good right now. You see, it's got 1.6 and it came back 1.6. We wait 1.6. Don't need to go 1.6. If is go to 1.6, so in the back side we have a 20 volts, so 2 volts is not passing exactly 10 chip number 1. If I'm go to check chip number 1, is the same thing is moving, so that's why it's not working in the machine. So chip number 2, okay, we go check chip number 2, 1.6, 1.6. But if I'm letting this one go more hot, after then and chip number 1, between chip number 1 and number 2, I can find like 1.3, 1.4, 1.5, something like this. But we need to find the source of one chip, which one is go down up, go down up. So this chip is play with all the chip. So we have the problem here is jumping, you see, but we need to go back, because in the back, if I'm looking in the back, so 3 domain is a red, so I'm in the domain 4, because domain 4 is 2 is a red here. So what I'm doing, I'm go to one back this side, so this one is a 55, so I'm check 55. So 55 is normal, is working, is not go to 1.6. I'm escape this one, we go here, so it's not here, so just we need to go this one. It's not this one. So it's starting from here, but for me, I'm not sure 100% because this chip is not coming hot because he have the big heatsink and this side you have the small heatsink. For this case, we need to use some 8 plate and the big chip, just on the in the big chip. So after then we see something, but sometime you see is working very well, and also you see here. So this temp sensor is good to already is red, and here is good. So maybe the problem is starting from here to go here because here what I see is all red. So what I'm doing, just I'm continue this way fast. So here is good. So we go far away because we have the another signal too. Maybe that signal is broke. So 1.6, 1.6. So here you check is stable. Nothing moving 1.6 is not go to 1.6 is always is stay in 1.7. So this chip always is go to 1.6. Look, so 1.6. Why you go to 1.6? Because this chip maybe is play with all the chips. So what I'm doing, I'm just marking this one to replace, and right now I have the another signal from here. So I'm checking another signal from here is coming. So if I'm checking here, because why? Because because why? This is right now we don't have the return back very well. So the BI is on. So anytime you don't have the return back very well, so the BI is on. So exactly why the BI is on, because you go to 1.6 and it's come back. So till here is go to 1.6 and it's come back. But for me, still here is good. So I'm go here more to find where is the zero right now. So you see here is a zero. Is go zero, totally zero. You need to put the hashboard till very hot, so any chip you touch, sometimes the heatsink is coming out. So don't worry, just you need to check in your way. Don't lost your way, just you go like this. Don't worry, is the heatsink is coming out. So check here, is it start right now? Is it moving a lot? So if you go to chip number 1, is it more than that? So is a one chip make this cost? So we need to find this chip. So exactly start everywhere right now. So you see this one is right now good, and here, so if I'm escape this chip here, so I can see moving. So this is 0. So right now is stable. We wait some minutes more. It's go hot too much, but it's still in the backside me. I have the generator, so 1.13 volts. So this is good. 1.7. So this is looking good, this one, the chip, but the BI is already on because somewhere we don't have the return back. So just we need to confirm where. So is a 1.6 is good, is drop down this domain 1.6. So we go to from here to here. So 1.7 is stable. So still here we have the good news because is stable. So here is the start 0. So 1.7, because sometimes we cannot see because it's too much dark, so the light is not enough, so we cannot see it. So sometimes we cannot touch the touch point, so y is given 0. So just I'm go like this. So 1.7 is stable till here. 1.6. So this is 1.6, so we go this side more. So this is 0. So this is the off of the Hashboard. So till here we have the 1.7 is stable, very good. After this chip, if I'm go to test this one, so you have the 0. So what I'm doing, just I'm checking the BI, but the BI is still is not on. The BI is off here, but these are 3 points. So suppose he off all 0, but he gets something. So if I'm coming this side, so he show me 1.7 something. So every chip on the BI. So 1.7, this one is a 0. So this one he get 1.7. Why this one is the BI is on? Because this chip no return back right now. So if this one is no return back between the 65 chip, any one is the two signal, one is broke. So for sure the BI is on. After then the Hashboard is not working. So just if I'm check for this one, no BI, nothing is looking good. So is a stop all my signal. So if you check the clock, if you check everything, so everything is a stop right now. Because why? Because this chip is not working. So and the backside same thing. So for example, right now is the Hashboard is coming very hot. So one time more we mark this chip too, because before I changed this one, but it never resolves the problem. But we wait for this one again to cooling up little bit, again the same process we test, but I'm sure the problem is here. So because this one is start BI, and also the return back is off exactly the same domain. If I'm looking, okay, is which one? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So this is a 7, domain 7. So if I'm go from here to, okay, this is domain 65, this is domain 1 1 2 3 4 5 6. So the 6, if I'm looking in the 6, but I don't know, you can see in 6 all is 0. So if you see this one, so domain 6, if you go to, okay, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 7 7 is still a 0. So I have the same thing with this one. But here 7 is a okay. So because this is a low hash rate, so anytime you make a low hash rate, the frequency is put down, so you cannot help your dynastic, you cannot find nothing. So if you go check here, 1 2 3 4 5 6, so 6 is this domain 36, all 0. So why this is 0? Because you don't have the return back. So is stopping 3 signal from chip number 1, the side of the chip number 1, and the return back is go to 1 signal is 1.7. So is stop here. So that's why it don't have nothing. So for sure, if you send in the machine, he gave you that result. So all 0. So just I wait for some minutes to cooling up again, and after then we test again. But for me, is this domain make a cost? Because if we check here, so this one Y rate, because this one here, this domain is not sending 3 signal to 65, that's why all is red here. But someone is here hashing, someone is there's a hashing here, but for some reason, so there maybe their chip is bad. So because look here, nothing is hashing, all of is 0 0 0, but still there's working. So we need to test one by one. But what I find, the problem I find here, maybe is this chip is a 41, but I'm not sure, but we need to check. Maybe it's a 40, because anything is happen. So just we need to, again we go to let it cold, after then we test again. But for sure there's take time, but really it work very well. So just you need to work like some minutes for this one. So this is a 63, so I changed 63. So again we go to check the return back everything, so what is working, you know, whatever. So Right now we have a signal everything, so is the right away is go to 65. So what I'm doing, this one I know because yesterday night I worked with this one, so I find exactly the 63 have the problem, but we never change. So just I'm doing this on to signal from here. So this is good, but this is a little bit the clock is high because it's the last domain. So always the last domain is the return back is high and the clock is high. But don't worry. So this one is good. So it's good. So this one just I'm putting everything back. I'm sending in the machine. So just we know about this one is a 63. So we check again in the machine. So we need to add the etching. But one thing more, if your etching is like this, you don't have the enough soldering, so you don't need to put, but you do reflow your soldering is very well. So after then you put, this is the best way. For example, this one is not enough, but he have the little bit. So just I'm trying this one, but because right now we don't have the some heatsink to have the soldering a lot, so that's why I'm at this one. Maybe okay, this one we had. So this one and not this one, and this one is not enough. Black. So I'm adding this one. So again, and some people is thinking is say why he is looking for etching the soldering a lot, because the connection between this and the top of the chip is not the connectivity is not good. So some for some reason, so is go up is not calling very the chip. So after then the chip is broke. So if you have the enough soldering, so is taking more and is cooling more your chip. So just for this case I'm looking for good that one. Still this hashboard is hot, but this is good because we don't need to wait too much more for this one to go hot. So right now is easy to dynastic. We resolve the problem, so it's very close to find this one. So again we check this one. So first chip we have the doubt here. So because if it's cold, it's go to 1.6 and it's come back 1.7. So right now this is stable, so it's good. So we go to with the next one. But sometimes if you normal test, you testing, you can see nothing, no moving. So if you launch the temp sensor, after temp sensor you can see is still moving. You see is moving. Before the temp sensor I launch, you can see nothing, just is 1.7 is still in 1.7. So right now it start is moving. But because in the normal test is normal, so is not pushing the chip too much, so is not pressure in the chip, so is relaxed, is working. But if you give it more power for the chip, so after then you can see which one chip is not working very well. So right now you see is moving but not a lot. So this one is go to 1.6, 1.6. This is not the good sign, because if you anytime you see this one, so this is not the good result and not the good sign. So you don't need to go to 1.6, you need to stay in 1.7. Just time check this one here. So yes, is moving. So here the BI is moving, so 3 number BI is moving, so that's why is the dashboard is not working. So because somewhere, because already we see the 1.6, the return back is moving, so the is a normal, the BI is on three number. So if it goes something more after, then is like 4 number, like is on 1.7. So right now is moving 3 number, so is a normal. So we go here again. The reasons, if you come here, you see right away is go to 1.6, is come 1.7. You see 1.6, 1.7. So 1.6, 1.7. So if you go in the back, so is if we moving like very late, is go to 1.6, is coming 1.7. So this is doesn't matter. So just you need to follow. If we go right away, like 3 seconds, go to 1.7 and you come back 1.6. So this is not good. So here is good. We stay some minutes to see. So normal this one. So for example here we test to see. So you see it's got 1.7, 1.6 and come back quickly. But it's still, so I'm go to 55. So I need to check 55. So if it's still like this, for sure the dashboard is working 100% in the machine. But it's not stable like that one. So before the BIs, so you see it's go to 1.6. So just time check here again. So this is a 1.7. Again I'm go to this side. 1.7. We stay some minutes. How much time we hold it? 1.7. So still the BI is a 1.7. We go farm this side more. So here's 0 again. So like I told you, these 2 domains exactly have the same problem, but it's not showing very well. So you see, it's go to 1.5, 1.4, whatever, and it come back 1.7. So look, 1.6, 1.6, and it come back. And if I'm go to the next domain, so it's already 10, 1.7, whatever he gave is this domain. So he get here. Just we need to find exactly the 0, 1. Which one is at the 0, 1? So started 0, 1. I think is this one. So this one is starting again. The 0, 1 is a 1.6. So my bot chip is this one exactly. It's first of all is go to this one directly is 0. So if little bit is go hot, so this one is go 0. So that time I'm changing this one. But always is not the problem, and clogged reset something like this, because sometimes you have the problem with the return back. So this case what I looking here, so the chip number 1 totally is a 0, is a red. So that's why I'm go to, first of all, I'm go to with the return back to till chip number 1 we bring 1.7. After then I'm go to with another signal. So the next signal we don't need to test right away because we have the problem here. So just we need to change this one. So the chip is looking like good, very nice chip, but I don't know, for some reason it's not working. Because I know this chip, I think I changed it already, but I don't know. Is it this one? Yeah, the next one, but I'm not sure. And just we need to open this one too. But sometimes if you see, so this one is not stable, but is always is not. Is this one? This chip is making this cost. Maybe it's this chip. He show you is a 1.7, but he play with this chip, so he bring a 1.7 and it drop down. He go 1.7, it drop down. But sometimes is the where is the entry of the return back to your 1.7. Sometimes this chip is making this cost, but this chip I know I changed it already, but this is the return chip, so I cannot believe this one. So what I'm doing, so I have the doubt between the two chip right now. So because before I never see it, so I changed this chip, so right now I see I changed this chip, so maybe it's not this chip is bad, so it's this one. So what I'm doing, I'm changing the two both, but the two both chip I keep it with us, and maybe next time I using back one by one, but we see which one is bad. So right now I'm changing this one and this one, the two both. We can do something like this. So first of all I'm changing this one, the good one, so it is stay in 1.6. The first time he gave me 1.7, so after then he gave me 1.6. So first of all I'm changing this one. I've never touched this one. We see the result. So if is not moving nothing, so after then we know which chip is bad. So just I change this one, we can see right away. So this one I change is not the same domain to, is go to 1.6, 1.7 and 0. This is always is stay 1.7, and the last time if this one is go 0, after then is a 1.6. So just I change 1.6 here, we see. So this one is done. So just we need to check 63 one. So this last time. So F is green everything. So after then we send it in the machine. We mark something for this one. So just we need to test first. So 65 this one, and we launch temp sensor. Okay, sorry guys, my multimeter is not on. So you have it, the value. So this one is good, so we need to send back in the machine, but I'm sure this one is working 100% because what I know about this one, so this one is only one chip we have the problem, so right now we change. So this one is working, so this is good. And so just we need to put here. So I have the another dashboard actually is our one technician configuring his work. So right now this dashboard actually is in the machine is say the 4 temp sensor is lost, so you don't have the temp sensor, so only the temp sensor is not working. Actually the dashboard I don't know is a good what, so the only the temp sensor what I see in the machine. So say 4 temp sensor is lost, so just we need to check this one why the 4 temp sensor is lost. But sometimes if you put in the tester, so you can see in the temp sensor everything, so it's working. Don't worry, just put it hot. After then you can see which temp sensor is not working. Just what I'm doing right now, I'm let it to hot this dashboard because in the machine maybe it gave you 65, maybe it gave you 0, but actually this one it gave me 0. So this is a good sign. If you get the 0, so you can fix very quickly. Just you need to follow the value, but sometimes no. So here 1.6 he gave me 1.6 exactly. Suppose he gave me 1.7, but he gave me 1.6. So this is chip number 56. 56 he already he gave me. Oh wow, it's got 1.5. So this is not good. The chip numbers here, this chip is not good. So we go one more here. So this one is gave me 1.7, and the rest signal. What is this? So the BI is still. So if the hashboard is cold, so the BI is on. So right now he is moving the BI 55, logged in 55. So the BI is got in the 3 number. So just what I'm doing, I do that. We need to check again. So it show nothing. So this chip number 56 is come back 1.7. So this is not normal. So is a comeback 1.7 because the dashboard is, if the dashboard is cold, so chip number 55 is not wake up. So is a relax, is asleep. So he passed the signal. What he passed the signal? Just he only passed the signal 1.5. So after then is go hot. So he realized, so we need to pass the signal. So the backside signal is pushing more. After then is he go hot, is pass the signal. So again I'm go to same chip. I can check this one, but right now we need to follow one signal more. A 9. So here what they gave me. So this dropped down 1.6. So this is not good. So and chip number 1 we cannot measure because it's put the heatsink very close. So no way here. And chip number 2 shit. So if I'm waiting for this one, it go little bit more warm. After then is the same like another dashboard. We can find 0 domain. Some domain is not working. So we need to wait. And also you can see in the temp sensor which temp sensor is go quickly up, and you can decide between this the temp sensor too. So, some temp sensors go to warm up quickly and also go red. So you can like decide where's exactly the problem. But I'm looking here something. So this is good. If I go here, what is going on? So nothing here, just here. So 1.6, 1.6, 1.6. So the what I check, so the first time I see 56 is not very well work. So if I go here, so it's a jumping. And just we need to wait to go hot more. So right now is stable. And this side, if you see this temp sensor already is go red, but this one is still he have the something. But what I'm see, this one is right now is go finish. 1.6, okay. So this one is looking like till here is good. So for me, this one is a chip number for 56. So this is why you see is the start to temp sensor flashing. So also the dashboard is red. So this is right now too easy to find the problem. So it's not this one. So we go this side because the cost right now I know is that this side is starting from this side is not here, but one chip we know we need to change this one. So first is this one, nothing. So if I'm go here, nothing. So here, so good. So I start from this domain, the BI is on. But suppose if the return back we don't have it to still all where's we have BI. So here we don't have the BI. This side we don't have it. So it started from this domain. So we need to go here too to see where is on. So here is moving still, but is not on. But if we go quickly, we can find where is he. So 1.7 is started from here. We go one back. So start this one too. So good, good. So this one, so this is chip number 15. So I'm go one back. So this is 11. Because we put the heatsink is not very well, so we cannot see something closer this one. So here is good. So if I'm coming here, so actually is not this one, but this still is moving, but this one is good. So is starting number 15. So if I'm coming back in 15, so 15 is starting very quickly. So just we need to go back. So for this one, what we notice? So between 11 and 15, one of this one you have the problem. So what I'm doing, just I'm taking out the two heatsink, 12 and 15, two both. So after then we put it to cold, and the next time again we go to test, and we see what is the problem. So just we need to take out two hashboard both into ASIC. So one is this one, but also I know 56 we need to change 56 because the 56 is not good. So just I'm taking out the heatsink, but we need to call this hashboard very cold. After then we test again. So for sure this one, the chip number 11 is not good. So let's go to check this one. So chip number 15 is good. So one thing more we noticed in the dashboard, so I don't know there's working, but is not good because what I see, so if you see here on the top of the chip, so look here, just I need to clear. So if you see here, the top of the chip is not the soldering is melt. So here the soldering is not melt, is not enough the soldering, and also you check in the heatsink. So the heatsink is the same thing. So that's why it's not working. So if you see here, the top of the heatsink is the same thing. The soldering is not good. So it's not enough the soldering. So how can he protect your chip? Because here is no soldering and also here is no soldering. So for sure dashboard is go hot. So after then you get the surprise for this one. If you see, so this is the soldering is not good. What I see, just you see this one, the bubble here, the soldering just is stay here, is not go to down. So I don't know exactly, but just we need to have this one. Maybe you see clear. So just I'm moving little bit the microscope. So you see, so this is not enough soldering. If I'm taking my hand here, so you can see very well. So this is not enough soldering. So that's why it's not working. And also in the heatsink too. So this chip is go very hot. After then he leave his job. So right now, suppose it's like this chip. So if you see this one, the top you have the soldering very well, and is chip number 15. So you have the soldering very well, and also is the heatsink is the same thing. You have the good soldering. So why he's not making a cost? Because starting from 11 right now. So the 11 is not good. So what I'm doing, so just we need to change number 11. So this is number 11. And also this one is a change the chip, but I don't know exactly why it's not make it retain very well the chip. Just he had something like this, but I don't know. Because if I'm hitting here right now, I am seeing so the chip is too much up. Is not some point of the chip is touching with the heatsink. So because it's not melted the soldering very well, so just some point is touching with the chip. That's it. So I take it out this one. Maybe this chip is good. So this I'm taking here, but we need to see again. So also you don't have the soldering enough, so that's so this side I see here, so the chip is broken. So somebody's put a broken chip and don't care. So if I look here, so what I don't know exactly. So there's work. So this is a broken chip. So for sure this chip is not working. So I don't know why there's not changing. Just he had the heatsink back, but what I'm looking, just he make a return and put back the heatsink. That's it. So maybe the cost of all this domain is this chip. So because this is a broken one. Actually, we don't know in this domain because it's attached somebody, but one of our technician is attached already. But I'm not need to open all heatsink because it's take too much time. But just I'm taking out this broken chip for sure is not working. He make some cost. He make some problem more. So in this case, we need to change this chip too. And this chip is totally is broke, but we check this one. So this one is good. But what I see, so anywhere is worky, you have the too much flags, but I don't know why he's not clean the flags. Just he had the chip and also he take it out the chip, we put the chip, we put back the thing, but they never clean it. So I see some flags, so just we need to clean this one. So if I'm looking here, is the same thing. The chip is not, the heatsink is not very well soldering. I don't know. But this case we need to talk with my boss, but I'm not sure. So just I'm adding the chip after then, and maybe we see. So anytime you want to change the chip, just you need to clean the flags very well. Don't let the flags too much inside. So the flags is not good for Hashboard to work. Maybe the next time you again same you're taking the same Hashboard, so you have the trouble. So the flags is not good at all. Just you need to add the chip and just clean it. That's it. And he is a help you too much, but I don't know. Some people just try something like this, but for me it's not good. If you add the chip, if you take it out the chip, just you need to clean with the alcohol and it's perfect. Put aside to cool, and this is the best way to work. So this one is a 4 temp sensor, lost the temp sensor. Exactly what I find is here. So just we need to try to fix this one back. Okay, we don't have the chip too. So if this dashboard is if it go hot, after then you lost the return back here, so 1.8 is lost in here. So this one is go to 1.6. so first I'm change this one 1.6. why is it stay 1.6? still you need to stay in 1.7. so I'm go reverse. So something else I'm thinking why maybe this one is play with me. So this chip is bad, so that's why I changed this chip. So right now I'm checking for this one, so the return back is stable, because always this domain is give me 0. But this one is if we go hot, after then this one is go to 1.6 and this domain is 0. So right now we see again what is going on with this one, but suppose he stay in 1.7 and the other one too is 1.70 something like this. But we see because the hashboard is right now is not ready to hot, so just we wait. Because the this one dashboard is actually don't have the nothing for work. Just you need to look a lot, and also you need to wait for if you find some this dashboard, you need to wait a lot for this one to go hot to find the problem. Just I'm go here again. So actually this one right now is a 1.7, but is moving to 1.6, but is not quick. So right now we wait more. If it goes 0, after then we decide what is going on. But actually right now it's not go to 0, so isn't good sign. 0, okay, it's go 0 again. So right now we test here. So right now is a stay 1.7 and here. So 1.7 go to 1.5. Okay, 1.6, 1.7, 1.6, 1.7. So this is normal, but here we check. So right now this one is not go to 0. Always is stay like a 1.7, 1.6, but this not go to 0. But before to change this chip, so this one is stay 1.6 and this one is go to 0. So again we go to check this one. So is go to 1.6. So this is good, but not this go more than that. So right now is the start is go more than that. So this one is 1.7. So it's not go down, is stable. So just we need to check again this one. So 1.7. So it's go to 1.6, 1.3, 1.4. So this one is go down right now. What I'm doing, this one. So 1.6. So just we need to wait some minutes more here to here. So this start again. So just we need to check here. If I'm going to check here, no clock. So for this reason, I gave you red whatever. So here is starting the clock is 0. So suppose this one is don't have the clock. Yeah, maybe this side is it don't have the clock. So just we need to follow right now. The return back is we cannot follow the return back. Just we need to follow the clock. Where is it stopping the clock? So anywhere is stopping the clock. So we need to change this chip. So starting from here. So we need to go back to find where is it stopping the clock. So it's not here. So here, okay, just we need to go far away to find where is that one. So here is starting 2, only 2. So the clock is stopping for this domain. So just for sure, we need to go check the LDO. So LDO is totally off this one. So the LDO is off right now. What I find here is the LDO is off. So just we need to go back for this one. So 8. So till here you have the hit. So head. So this one is for the clock. We need to check the clock for this one. So clock is 2. If I'm go here for the BI, so for sure the BI is the same thing. So this one is go down. So one problem we have here right now, because here the BI is start. So this problem we need to fix fast this problem. After then we go to with the return back. So the return back is right now here. So if I'm checking is like a good. So right now the second issue, because this hashboard actually have the two problem what I understand right now. So if I'm go to the like this side of the chip number 65 is a red. If I'm go to the chip number 1 is a red. So actually you have the two problems. So one problem is here is the return back, so is not enough power go to chip number 1, so is a 0. So that this side is chip number 65, the clock is not enough, so it's go to 0. So anytime there's go the dashboard is go hot in the machine, so this is normal. So this go hot. After then the two signal is broken, so for sure the dashboard whatever you give you the machine is says is 0. So this side we have the clock problem, and this side we have the return problem. So for now what I find here, so here not perfectly is good, so 75% the return back is good. So right now we have the one problem here, the 100% the clock problem. So here, because if I'm checking this domain, so the clock is very good, and here the clock is not good. So for some reason maybe the clock is stopping the return back, so it's not passing the chip number 1. And also here one chip we have is stopping the clock, so is not go to chip number 65 he gave you it. So let's go with this one to change to see what is going on. But this chip what is give me the clock is give me 0.2, and the BI is giving me 0.2, and the next one the clock you gave me 0.1, 0.1, 0.1, 0.1 till here is all starting 0.1. But I'm not sure is this chip, is this chip, is this chip, is this chip, because we can, for this case we cannot make a jump, because already the dashboard is a green, is not a 0 to go to find which chip is bad. But if it's a 64, yes we can, but for this case we can jump, but we cannot find the bad chip. Because why? Because all board is a green. So if you make a jump exactly you minusing that chip, but you cannot see which chip is bad. So all chip is go to jumping, is a minusing, whole chip is go to is a green, it go to red, like this you go all, but you cannot find the bad chip. So the bad chip way is this one, just only you make a hot, after then you can find. So let's go, we change this one, because this one I know, but I'm not sure is this one is bad for the clock. Maybe it's this one, maybe then this domain someone is of the problem, but still I'm opening this one to see. So for me is this one, because it's a return chip. So what I see is the soldering is not enough. So like I told you before, I explained about the soldering. So just we need to, in case I open this one, so this one if you see this is the last time the soldering, this one is supposed to good. So starting this one the cost, so just we need to change this one. Okay, but this one is too, it do not have the soldering enough, but we need to use, because right now we don't have the honey chip. So maybe we can bring the chip, but just right now we have some, just I'm trying to find one best. So this is the best one, so you have the good soldering, so everything. So I'm using this one. Because one time I dynastic this one, after then because my frequency is not same, so that's why it's come back. And right now I am happy his whole dashboard is red, so we can find easily the bad chip, where is the bad chip, so we can find. But if the frequency is low, so you cannot find, but you can just you're wasting your time, you're losing your way. That's why all of time I'm asking for high frequency. So this one is done. So this hashboard actually we find the problem in the chip number 11. So already I changed it. So we go again to check this one. So just we need to wait for the clock. So because it's not right now it's not hot. So after then we see something error. And because this hashboard actually don't have the any problem. So because we don't have this chip map because is already in the machine is lost. The 4 temp sensor, so that's why I'm working with this one, so we can find the temp sensor. Why is lost the temp sensor? Just I'm working again, so just we need to find why is lost temp sensor, but actually is working right now very well. So you need to change one chip more, chip number 15, because chip number 15, so right now if it's go hot, so it's looking good, otherwise is the clock is high. So here is good right now. This is looking good. So good. So this one go high very quickly because you don't have the heatsink, but for one case I'm changing this one too. And because we don't need to make more risk about that, because already and one time I see this one is a go high. And also here what do we have then fast time? Chip number 56 we need to change, but right now is good. But it's looking good. I'm not sure it's good, so it's not show me nothing. Just we need to wait some moments more for this one. But right now, if I'm looking the two time sensor, then the down is go to same thing, but this one is still do not with um, the etching, but is go to the two same thing, but not go quickly. So that's why. So this is I'm not sure 100% this one is good. Me, I'm not sure 100% is not good. So is in 50-50% there. This time is we send it in the machine. He give you a chip map and he work. But actually what I find, so the just only one chip here, chip 11, so is the soldering is not good, and chip number 10, the etching is not good too, the soldering etching is not good. So that's why maybe for this cost he make this problem, so the chip is not go cold after then he give you whatever. So for this case what I'm doing, so just one time I need to we show you this one, but actually a lot of people he know, but just for I can show you something how much you need to have the soldering for this one, but a lot of people he know, but if you don't have the enough, so what I find right now, so we need to do that to see, but some people they don't know. So just we need to find something very bad. So if you see there's not enough soldering, so just we need to put here to see every one, because we cannot show you in the microscope very well because my, so just we need to turn off this one. So if you see this one here, the soldering is not a lot. Anytime if you have it like this, but you can see is a little bit you have the soldering. So you say, oh, this is good. We can put the etching and the top of the chip. So this one is working. No, actually it's not working because it's not enough the top of the chip. So it's not cooling the chip. So you need to put at least like little bit, because this one what I see, this one it don't have the enough soldering to go to stacking in the chip, and this one and this one and this one, but this they are have the little bit soldering, and that is not enough for the cooling to the chip. So otherwise why you are putting etching in the top of the chip, so the he have the some reason to put the etching the top of the chip. We are putting for this one to cooling up the chip. The chip is not go too much hot, so otherwise the chip is broken. So if you're putting like this, you don't need to put that one, but for some reason you need to put this one. You had this one, but you need to look the soldering is enough, everything is good, so after then you add this one. So for me, for example, what I find for this hashboard, so there's he put this soldering for me is not enough the soldering. So if I work with some like this hashboard, I'm not adding this etching to in the chip. So what I'm doing, I'm reflowing again, I'm adding a little bit more soldering, after then I'm putting it to in the etching to the top of the chip because this is not enough. So let's go okay, here. So just we need to add this, but the small amount, not a lot. Otherwise if you, but there's two reasons. If you put a lot, so is a go to the side of the pin, and also you make again short, but you don't need to put like little bit. You say, oh, this is okay, is cooling the chip, but no, exactly is not staking in the chip, just because some etching I'm warming up here with a power supply, after then I touch the etching is coming out, so this is not good. So just we need to do a small amount. You need to use this one is the best, because there's what I know, there's you don't have the enough soldering. Just you need to, but you know all this one how can you do. This is a hazy more. So right now this one is good because you see you have the enough soldering. So before you don't have the nothing. So just we need to clear this one, and the last we finish, I can show you what I'm doing. So check this one. Before you don't have the soldering. Right now I add a small amount soldering, so this is good. So if I'm go with this one, So right now we need to add this setting back here. So one more we need like this one, this one, this one is, you have the enough soldering. So this one is two is good right now, just I add the heatsink. So I'm waiting to call this one to see again. So just we need to put here. So let's go with this one again. So first of all, we need to go bring some chip for us, and I'm coming back, guys, quickly. So sorry guys, I go to for the chip. I bring some chip here. So let's go. We check this one, but what I checked before for this one is here we have some problem. So right now we check again what we get. And just we need to test again. So this is green again, and here so just I'm waiting for the temp sensor. If the temp sensor is come, so it's helped me a lot. So right now it's not warm, so I'm waiting more. So little bit it go hot, after then we see again. Because it's very cold right now, you can if you check normal, so you can this all signal you can find normal is working one, so nothing is changing. So that's why I'm waiting to he go warm and it too much hot, after then we can check. So this one go to slowly hot, but we need to more hot. So here is right now is good. So is lost temp sensor 55, between 55 and 56. So is lost this one, so it's come back, but three temp sensor is not here, so lost all. But okay. Good. So 56 again, we go to check 56 because the 56 then first time we see some problem because it's not wake up very quickly. So just we need to check this one. So yes, it's changing. It's got to 1.6 and it's come back 1.7. So my one doubt is here. So this one have the some problem. So we need to change this one too. And if I'm go here, so nothing moving. So if is go too much hot, after then is not moving a lot. Just we need to go here again, the clock. So right now the clock is looking good. Just we need to check here. So this is good. So after then, if I'm go here, no clock. So the clock, so if I'm go to this point for the clock, so clock is off. So this point the clock, just we need to get very quickly because the hashboard is go hot. So this one, if I'm go to here, the clock is on here. So the clock is good. So if I'm go here, so no clock. So here nothing. So I go to read with the ground. So no. So this side. So this is 0. So this chip exactly you have the another problem. Before we have the problem here. So one chip is and the clock is not working, so I changed it already. So after then I come here. So right now we have the problem, the clock here too. So what I'm doing, so we need to change. So again is go down, didn't need to go down. It's supposed to stay like 0.8, 0.7, something like this, but still this one is go down. Just we need to go check. So right now is go again down. So that's why it's not working, the dashboard. Just we chip we change. So this is nothing. If I'm going the backside, so backside is a start 1.7. So this is another story. So right now we have many stories. So this one start is 1.7 here, the clock here 3 3. So 1 0.1 something, the 21 something. So this is not good. So here 4, and this side is 4. So this is 1.7. So I check the clock. So this is the clock is good. So it show me the BI is 1.7. So don't worry about the BI because you don't have the return back for sure. Your clock is also is not good. So the BI is on whatever. So we don't think about that one. We don't think about this one. So just we need to find fix the clock here. So here is not the clock. So this domain have the some problem, but I'm not sure is this one, which one is have the problem. And because me never find which one have the exactly problem. So here too again the clock is not good. So if I'm go here nothing 4, if I'm go back here 3, here's the jumping still. So 3, so 2, so 2. And so this side is the clock is good right now. So this is 7. If I'm go to the return back, just a second, we check. Return back is off totally. Is nothing. So right now disappear this one. So is it just give me same thing. So here 3. So right now I'm sure this is not and the return back. So this is the clock exactly stopping everywhere. So just we need to find where is stopping. So 1.1. So it's supposed to not this one 1.3. So if I'm go here 3, 1.1, 3. So what I find, 2 chip is same thing, 1 chip, 3 chip is the same thing. Just we need to check something else here. So this dashboard actually is from our technician Joliet. So this is exactly he have the problem with the clock, and the return back actually is good. So right now, so the clock have the problem. So we need to verify where is it stopping. The clock is not working very well. So this case, because what I saw, so anytime I'm letting hot the hashboard, after then the 1.7 LDO is totally is off, but that is not the chip right now. But I know, but if the board is cold, so the LDO is working, so everything is nice, is working. Because the chip map is same thing what I see here. So something is else of the problem right now, but because in the chip map we can see nothing. Just I'm change this one to see, because sometimes some chip for some reason is stopping everything, but we don't know exactly which one, because this is hard right now to find. So just I'm change this one to see again. So we need to change because this chip I have it, but is not the soldering is the top of this one. The surface is not the soldering is enough, but that's why I'm not using this one. But otherwise, there's very good chip. So just I bring some chip more. So just I'm trying with this one because I have the same chip, but the surface of the chip is the soldering is not enough. After then we put the heatsink, is the same story, so it's not cooling up with is not connected very well with the heatsink, so is not cooling up very well. So again, is broken the chip. So this is better than so we do retain very well. After then we use this chip. So actually, this one is here. So this dashboard is for Konsheng because he lost the temp sensor. So right now I fixed this one. So just I'm putting back, but because this one it don't have the honey note, so that's why I'm putting back. So we know what is going on. Just I'm making some mark. So here we need to test, but all this dashboard actually I'm giving the result for Monday for you guys because today we don't have the time to test in the machine, but Monday in the morning we can take the result for all this dashboard. Well, which one is working, which one is not working, the same chip map. If we get the chip map, so this is good. We can take the chip map. If it's not, so something else we see. So this is my own dashboard actually. Just a second here. Something to need to remove. So this is actually is my dashboard. So I don't know is the first time and the second time is got in the machine, but the I think is that this is the first time is got in the machine. So machine said this is a 0, so it's not working the machine. So for some reason, so just we need to check why is goes 0, what is going on. So which signal is not here, what is not working, is a chip, whatever. And just we need to check this one because this one too he don't have the chip map, so don't worry. So because me I say the that people is working in the test room, so I say if the chip map is you can get chip map 590, so this is good. If you not get more than you go down, we don't need chip maps. Send 0, we can find by ourselves where's the stopping the things. So this is a good thing. So anytime you're make a dynastic, so what the software you have, so we are using here many software. So the basically we using Vanish. So Vanish, but S17 Plus, if you have the this one 590, so this is good. If you go to low hash rate, so 500 frequency, so this is not good. Only just take 590, so this is best. It give you whatever rate like this, but it help you a lot. But if you see this one, so just you need to play with you because between this and this is too much different. So me I am happy with this one, but not with this one. So because I'm happy with this one because it gave me whole rate whatever, so we can find the problem. But with this one, just to play with me. So look here, just to say this domain is 0, so here 20, this domain is 0, here 0. So what I'm looking, so I'm go to here, so I'm say, oh, this is their chip is bus, so I'm go to play here, here, but I'm changing some chip, but I'm sending in the machine, but the result is same thing. So if I get something like this, so this is best for me I know. So all dashboard is red, one chip is of the problem, so I'm very relaxed. I'm testing, I'm go to in my way, and this case I'm losing my way because here is a 0, here 0, here 0, and after then there's red something. So one time I'm go here because it's 0. I'm looking here, is waste my time this domain. After then I'm go to this domain, I'm checking for the 0. Where is this one? So what I did, I lost my time, I lost my way, and we never find the problem. Where is the problem? So for example, sometimes all the domain is a migratory. All domain go change is the same thing. If you send in the machine, you get same results because I know I did it already same thing. But what I find, so this frequency is of 590. So you send whatever you give all 0. This is more nice. If you have the some 0, but sometimes so this domain all 0 is maybe is the chip number 1, but this one is another case. So this side is not coming 1.8 you return back, and this side is not go to the clock. So is in the middle you have some problem. The middle of the hashboard you have some problem. So you need to fix is a 2 chip right now I find. So I'm trying to which chip is more bad, because right now my return back is good. So right now what I have the problem with the clock. So I'm trying to find the clock very well. So this one is the same story, but this one is actually I'm more happy. Is 0 is good, is no problem, but we can find the problem. Where is the problem? But sometimes the 0 if the dashboard is go hot, after then it go green. So right now is a 0, so because it's a hot. So let's go to dynastic this one to see where is the problem. So 1.8 maybe it already is a on, is a green, but machine know what is going on, why is send 0. You have the some problem. So right now we need to check to find the problem. So we stay here some minutes. So here what I see is stable down. So is stable. So right now I'm going to chip number 1 to check what is going on here. So actually this hashboard, if you see, and just we need to wait some minutes for temp sensor what is going on with this one. So is a moving 1.6 is moving 1.6. So let it this one go hot, because this one I think is the hardest one because it's moving slowly. So wait for this one here some minutes. But moving not a lot, but what I'm seeing here still is good. So what is here? So 1.6. So right now we wait for this one. We never using more this one. We wait to go warm up. Actually we have the two way. Sometimes you don't have the time, just you take your head gun, let it the test on, just hit like this. So this is more, he help you. He give you more quickly hand, and he help you, he save your time. If you're doing this, just you save your time, nothing more, but still the dashboard is on. Just I'm doing sometime like this, because just we need to save my time, because we don't need to lose my time too much for this dashboard. So this is warm up, just I'm thinking this. So right now is a little better. But sometimes some people is saying, no, you don't do that, you broken the dashboard. No, man, it's not broken dashboard. So this worm is nothing. So if it's got in the machine, is more than that is coming hot. So if it's working here, that hot, so this one is nothing. So this is normal, you can do that. So right now is dropping down here. So just I'm go back to from this one. So here this domain is very well is working, nothing is moving, just is stop, very relaxed. So here what I saw, I'm touching here is coming too much hot, this chip. Okay. So till here is good, everything is working, but here the clock is go high. So just we go to this domain first. No, this is good here too. This is good. It's nice here. Two is working. Mm, so it's working here too. So here a little bit high, just ignore that one. So after then we see 9. So I find one problem here right now for this one. So let's go here. We check here. So this is good. Is nothing. So here's good. So let's go for this domain. Maybe something happened. No. So here, what is going on? So go high, but it's not. It's normal. Normal. So this is good. 3. 1.7. So for this one, what I find exactly the same domain. So the same domain. This is stopping return back. So it's go to moving 1.2, 1.2, 1.1, something like this. And this right here exactly is starting BI. Why is it starting BI? Because this one, the return back is not very well to pass here. So between this and this, so is it the two different signals? So the two different signals is so one signal is a 0, but anytime one signal is broke, so is starting 1.7. So this side, this one, so the clock is dead, and this side, the return back is dead. So this one, what they start? is a BI, and this side the return back is not moving. So here exactly no clock, but still the BI is a 1.7. So for this case, and just you need to change the two side both same chip. So here we change this chip too, and also this one, because the two chip here is not good right now. So this one anytime is go hot, so he leave his job, so he's go drop down the power too much, drop down, and this side the clock is not good. So what I'm doing, so the two side both we need to change in one short the two chip, and because also is in the machine it says 0, so is this reason so it says 0. Otherwise he gave you he work yeah, otherwise he gave you some chip map something, but still, and just we need to try to see first of all the chip, and next we see. So just we need to open this one, what is the chip. So okay, so if I'm opening the chip, there's all good, nothing is the chip is not bad, but still there's not working. We don't know, we don't understand that one why is not working. Just but their chip, I don't know, we put it back to test to use back, but not now. And so this one my chip is very good, and this one I use here. So this one right now, what I see, just wait some minutes more, we can see what is going on. So before here, so okay, so it still is dropped down here the power. We go more hot to see. Here is good, so just we need to see here. So if you look here, so right now the return back is not very well. It's go to 1.7, is go down more than that. So that's why it's not working. You see, so I'm waiting more. So it's not this chip right now. So this is good. So here is good. It's not this one. 1.5. Whoa. It's go more down. 1.6. 1.6. So let's go to find 1.5. Where is 1.5? So right now I'm looking for 1.5. So the return back is go to in 1.5. So this is not good. So what is the clock right now? So the clock right now is good this side. So just only we need to find here where is this stopping. So just we need to check something else. So this is on. This is not on. Here what is not on? And here, so nothing. So the clock is 4 right now here. So okay, same thing. Okay. So 1.7 here, okay. After then what is this? 1.7, okay, perfect. 1.7. Oh. So guys, this one actually he need a lot of work. So right now I resolve the problem from here, so I bring here. So right now this domain have some problem, but I'm sure because what I see here, so the chip map 2 is giving me same problem. So between this chip, so right now the clock is fixed from here to here. So right now here is start the clock, go to 0 and after 1.7, 0, 1.7, 0, 1.7. So I don't know if it starts from till where. So we need to fix one by one. So right now I'm marking this chip and between this. So this we need to work. So right now I'm leaving. So because there's too much late and in the morning till right now I'm talking. So I have something in my mouth, so I cannot talk more. But this one for sure, and Monday I'm coming more live, so I'm coming back and we see again, we work together to find more the problem. And also, but I have actually is a 3 hashboard, so right now is done. So I fixed some hashboard before, but all the results, and Monday I gave you guys, and Monday I can check in the machine in the morning, and I bring the result with me to what is the result. So we see in Monday, because right now there's the test room is not free, so there's not can test right now. Just on Monday we bring in the morning the results, everything. So this three hashboard, actually one is 0. So what I find, so I change the two chip both. So anytime, so sometimes you have some problem, so the dashboard is the first time is goes 0. So if you find the problem, just only you need to change the chip. You don't need to test something like this, but you test one time with your tester, but for sure 100% there's working. Because what I saw, so sometimes me, I'm working personally, I'm working like this. Sometimes I'm see, okay, this is 0, I'm finding the problem, I'm changing the chip. So right away I'm not going to test again with the tester, and just I'm adding the editing after, then I'm testing. But 100% there's working, because I'm working like a little bit different, but many people, so a lot of people is working is a different. So me, personally, I'm working a different, so I'm not thinking about this one. So I add the chip is not working, but I'm sure their chip is very good, because what I find this chip. So with this chip I fix many dashboard. Actually me, I get it some badge of the chip, so this is very nice, is very good. So right now, and two days I'm not testing, so just I'm changing the chip and go to the results. After then I'm adding right away the editing. So this is working. So this is, I know is 100% is working. Just I'm let it cool down. And thank you guys, you watch my video. And Monday again I'm coming the same problem. We are talking more, we are go to more, like for this problem we need to learn more about this one. We need to find the easy way. So just we need to find something else, but we are trying in on Monday. And thank you guys again, because right now I'm very tight. So
Fatality.
just uh, we see Monday too. And thank you guys. And you have the any question, any things, just to contact us Decentral. So we are give you right away good hand. And you have the any problem with any dashboard, so we are here. So just contact us.